So we're back today for the Immersive Worlds Handbook. Features coming from Las Vegas. I'm walking by one of the older areas here that used to be the Aladdin, the shopping mall area. Now is the Miracle Mile of Planet Hollywood, and I'm approaching here what appears to be. Actually, I think I've just missed the show, but one of my points with this was to talk about central features, and this is one where they feature a waterfall, thunder, and so forth. And unfortunately, I've arrived late, but you get the idea. There's a few onlookers, and people are snapping pictures of this particular scene. And it's one of the things that actually doesn't fit in with the new theming as they move from the Aladdin. Oh, well, we do still get some rain here, so that's kind of nice. Indoor rain falling inside a shopping mall, always kind of dramatic. And if you look at the faux ceilings and how they did some of the effects in here, it does seem to mimic. I often thought when they made the mall years ago, and it was still the Aladdin, I often thought it resembled the Forum Shops at Caesars, which I'll also be featuring to you as part of these video features. So a central feature and something that is offered as an opportunity to the guest to see something. It's certainly not going to take away from their shopping. A central feature that distracts the guest for too long can certainly lead to lower revenues in shops, casinos, or restaurants that might rely on some of the theming. But perhaps one problem with this is that it doesn't really evoke anything reminiscent of Hollywood and the new theme that's reflected at Planet Hollywood. But again, if you have an investment to pull something like this out to retheme and do something different that still has that sense of spectacle for the guest, a central feature, would be likely expensive. So I think we can deal with, as guests, a bit of the new theming, the Planet Hollywood, modern Hollywood vibe, and some of the old Aladdin, old world Persian theming that is maintained and left over. So maybe we would call this a theming palimpsest, where two worlds of theming come together and somehow are juxtaposed in uncanny and yet perhaps comfortable association with one another, because the guest is simply left to think about the spectacle here at the Planet Hollywood. So this here, as we look at some of the ways that the Planet Hollywood and the mall inside the Planet Hollywood or next to Planet Hollywood is transformed, we see some examples here of different theming or different use of decor, many different languages represented, many different phrases. And here at this particular vista, you see that it's a much more modern appeal with the design, the decor, the lighting, and so forth. And as you walk through the mall, it really does give you a sense of a much different theme. And, you know, I think the PH has been successful in some ways. I mean, maybe now, today, they'll be overshadowed by some of the newer casinos in City Center and the Cosmopolitan, of course. But they've done a good job, I think, in retheming a venue, a really large mall, which is a monumental type of thing to do, to retheme an entire mall. So as you walk through, you get a sense. If you've been to the old shops at the Aladdin, which unfortunately right now, name of which is escaping me, but you probably know this is a much different look decor-wise, and is something that is a transformation by far. And we see the casino here. I won't be going in the casino. They're not too keen on us filming in casinos, but if you have a chance to see PH, it's much of the same aesthetic in terms of the transformation from the Aladdin. And in my opinion, the Aladdin never did it entirely right in terms of some of the theming there, but it was a challenge. I think it was a challenge, probably given the budget and some of the design restrictions that they had. So once again, coming from the Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas, and I will talk to you shortly in many more features for the Immersive Worlds Handbook.